how the locals feel about the Smoky Mountains backroads.
There was a bunch of hay.
That was funny.